Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm going to talk about the value of the online language learning community here on YouTube, on Instagram, Twitter, to some lesser extent in-person physical events like LangFest and Mundolingo, things like that. Now, if you're watching this video on YouTube, then presumably you're already part of the language learning community, at least in some small way. But I want to make this video in order to ensure that you guys aren't making the same mistakes that I made early on in my language learning journey. And that is that for the first probably 2 years that I started learning languages, I was a passive participant in the language learning community. So I was on YouTube watching videos, I was reading blogs by some of the big names like Benny Lewis, Steve Kaufman, people like that. And it was just all take. But I never participated. I never gave back. And I never entered into any kind of dialogues. I never commented on YouTube videos. And I think this was one of the big things holding me back from getting involved in the community. You're not going to be part of the community, really, if you're just listening to what other people have to say. Now, you don't need to start your own YouTube channel or your own blog or anything like that. But I want to encourage you guys to start getting involved, start giving some of your input, start leaving comments on YouTube videos. If you've never left a comment before or if you've never participated, please go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know who you are. Introduce yourself. Tell us what languages you're learning. Tell us how you learn languages. Just generally, we want to get to know each other so that we can start helping each other progress in our language learning journeys. Specifically on YouTube, one of the main things that you should be doing is going around and finding YouTubers that you like. Now, I'm a little bit biased about my channel. I think it's pretty great, but there are plenty of YouTubers here that are putting out quality, valuable information for you to take in. Now, it doesn't just stop there with watching other people's content. You need to subscribe and start following some people and start getting to know some other YouTubers, some other language learners here online, but then you need to start leaving some of your own opinions. That's what the comments section and the discussion sections on YouTube channels are for. And if you're not already active in some of those comments and discussion sections, you might not understand the value of it, but this is a huge part of my channel. It doesn't just consist of me putting out videos and me speaking to you all the time, and it's not a one-way flow of information. This is a give and take. It's a dialogue. I get most of my videos, most of my ideas for videos, and most of my good ideas from the comments section of my videos. And I have a lot of very valuable subscribers who are constantly leaving me feedback. They're telling me things that they agree with, things that they don't agree with. And they have a big impact on the way my channel is run. And not only are they getting information from me, from my videos, they're getting the benefit of interaction with other language learners who are sharing opinions and sharing ideas. Sometimes we get into little debates. We don't always see eye to eye, but we're always learning. So if you want to get involved in YouTube, first you got to find YouTubers you like. You got to subscribe to their channels, follow them, start to get to know what they're like. You got to comment. You got to be involved in participating in the discussions. And we would really appreciate it if you start liking our videos, because that's a big way that can help us continue to keep spreading our messages. It's really a big help, and it's good feedback for what videos are valuable and what videos people are liking, what kind of information people are looking for. So that's YouTube. The next thing that I really started to do was get involved in Twitter. Now, for the first 6 months to a year that I was involved in Twitter, it was not super beneficial for me because I was doing it wrong. I was just trying to promote my own material on Twitter. So every time I would release a new video, I would post it on Twitter. On occasion, I would retweet Benny Lewis or Steve Kaufman or someone like that. But it was all self-promotion for me, and that really was just sort of a waste of time because I wasn't giving anyone any kind of valuable dialogue that I now engage in on Twitter. I would say months or maybe a year after I really started getting involved in that community, I started to realize how valuable it is to start making friends online who are going through the same thing that I am and learning languages. Then I started really engaging with people, starting relationships with them, talking, doing a back and forth, and you find that I have a lot to learn from the other people that are also going through the same things that I am. So Twitter I found to be a great way of meeting new people. Instagram is basically the newest thing that I started doing. I know I'm kind of late on the Instagram thing. It's been around for, 10, 15 years. But I find that Instagram, since I've been involved in it since last November, Instagram is maybe the single best way that I have been getting involved in other people's lives within the language learning community. And it doesn't seem like that would be the best place for it, because Instagram is all visual and it's all about images, and language learning is all about speaking. And but there's this really nice symbiosis, well, especially since Instagram allows videos. And I only started getting involved in Instagram since I was looking for a place to host my 30-day record yourself challenge videos. And I found that minute-long videos are actually like the optimal length for recording videos in my target language, because it's scary and it's difficult to put yourself out there when you're speaking a foreign language. But you can do a minute-long video or a 30-second long video. And once I started doing that, I really started to make a lot of friends and start getting a lot of feedback about my languages on Instagram from people that are native speakers or people that are, have been learning for a long time, and they've gone through the process of learning and going through the same struggles that I am currently going through in French or in Spanish. And I found Instagram to be a really encouraging place, a really kind of a safe place for me to put out the videos of myself speaking my languages without fear, without having to be afraid of making mistakes. It's very comfortable, it's very easy, and people are very encouraging and motivating. That's one of the main reasons that you should be on the language learning community. You have other people to give you encouragement and motivation. There's tons of challenges that you can be doing. 30-day record yourself challenge is one that I obviously recommend, but there's the Add One challenge, there's the 21-day vocabulary challenge, there's lots of challenges on Link, there's LangJam, there are all kinds of different things that you can be talking about and posting about, sharing your experiences, and then you have other people to hold you accountable to make sure that you're following through with your challenges. So that's one of the first main reasons to get involved in this community, is the motivation and encouragement that you're going to get from other language learners in the community. Second of all, maybe the most important, is that the language learning community gives you other people that are experts in the language that you're learning. Unless you're learning something really obscure like, I don't know, Dothraki or some ancient language that's no longer spoken anymore. You're going to find people that know the language that you're learning, and they can give you help. They can give you feedback. If you're bold enough to put out videos or put out, I don't know, some people take pictures of diaries that they write in foreign languages. If you're bold enough to put that material out there, you're going to find people who can give you help and who can give you corrections. There are plenty of people online who make their entire social media career about help teaching Spanish or help teaching English, help teaching Urdu, right? You can find someone in any language on Instagram or on YouTube that is teaching the language that you're learning. And these people are thrilled to get interactions with someone that's learning their language. And I find them to be very helpful, correcting your errors and just giving you good, positive feedback about your language progress. And lastly, but definitely not least, is the online language learning community, for me, is one of the best places to get ideas and fresh resources that you're going to use for learning languages. So I would say just about every week, I get a new suggestion by someone leaving a comment on one of my YouTube videos about, hey, what do you think about this language learning resource? And it's some resource, some website, some app that I've never even heard of before. But then I go check it out and I find that, why have I never been using this website before? Because this is such an awesome place for learning languages. I am constantly on Instagram watching people's videos of whatever new resource they're using. Different platforms online, different books, different apps, websites, podcasts that these other people are using that I should be taking advantage of. And so it's just a great way of finding new resources and getting fresh ideas for new methods and new techniques for learning languages that I never would have come up with on my own. So that's basically everything that I have to say about the language learning community here. If I missed anything, or if there's some other aspect that you think I should have talked about in this video, please feel free to leave a comment below. That's what this video is all about, starting to get involved in the lives of other language learners. So thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would encourage you to do that. I make new videos about language learning twice a week, and we just have a really awesome growing language learning community right here on my channel. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you guys next week.